Get back, witch!
I'm not a witch, I'm your wife. But after what you just said, I'm not even sure I want to be that anymore.
You never had it so good.
What's that? This, my friend, is a pint. It comes in pints.
Oh.
I can get you one.
You've had a whole half already.
Did you take one of my eggs? Open your mouth. These are not Joanna eggs.
How about there we go. Should be working now. Windows. Hi, good morning. 1 second. Okay, that's better. All right. Happy Saturday. Hope everybody's doing okay. We're gonna do something a little bit different today. We're gonna play some Animal Crossing. Excuse me. Um, yeah, so we're gonna play some Animal Crossing because the new Switch comes out this week. Available for pickup Wednesday night / Thursday morning at midnight. It says Eastern time. I'm not sure if that means that it adjusts locally, so I'll be able to pick it up at 9 o'clock my time, or if it's like a rolling midnight thing. Not sure how that works, but that'll work out because Wim and our anniversary is Wednesday, so we're gonna go out. We're gonna have dinner. We're gonna go hit the Pop Mart vending machine so that she can check that out. I feel like there was something else that we were gonna do at the Lego store. I forget things. So yeah, we're gonna do that. We'll have a good time. So looks like Wim is in the chat having fun with all the buttons. She got her daily pint. She said hello to Joanna, who's trying to steal eggs as usual. Yeah. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting week. There's a lot of change happening. The Switch 2 comes out Thursday, like we said, and then next Saturday, going to be a very different stream because the end of the current Fortnite. I don't know if if this is a mini season or if they're actually calling it a season because they keep seeing it referred to as different things. It's either season 4 or mini season 1 of the current chapter. But that ends next Saturday. There is a live event where the Death Star is actually going to blow part of the uh, what am I think. It's actually going to blow at least one of the cities off the map. If you're familiar with Fortnite, Seaport City is going away, so that'll be interesting. Yeah, Seaport City, and if the rumors are accurate, spoiler alert, um, Seaport City's going away, and next season will be a superhero themed season. Sounds like it may or may not have weapons that may or may not require ammo. Supposedly, stuff is being replaced with superhero powers. Not sure how that's going to work. We'll see how that goes. And then, yeah, all the Star Wars stuff gets vaulted. It sounds like it's a generic like um Fortnite is kind of making up their own superheroes, but there may or may not be a DC collaboration. And then I keep hearing rumors about a Simpson collaboration. I don't know if it's like part of this or a separate thing. Not sure. We'll see. It'll be interesting to see what characters they get in there, though. That'll be a lot of fun. Um, Hopefully they will, kind of stick to how the actual characters look versus trying to fit them into the specific Fortnite box. I know Peter Griffin is in there, and he's a buff version of Peter, and I think there is a precedent for that because I believe there was at least one episode where he got super jacked, and it's the same thing with The Simpsons. There was an episode where Homer got really jacked, so I don't know. But we'll deal with that as it comes. But yeah, so for right now, we're going to stream today. There will be no stream on Wednesday. Wim and I are spending time together as couples do. And then next Saturday will be a very different stream just because we are going to be playing Fortnite. Anybody is free to join it. We'll all jump in a group together and do the, it sounds like we're basically invading. Yeah, we can change plans as needed if I can't get my Switch that night. Yeah, we'll work that out however we need to. I feel like there was a reason I was going to try and be home next Friday as well. I don't remember what it was, but it's on pre-order. They're going to hold it for me. It hasn't been charged yet, but it'll get charged this week as we come up to it, and I'll give them a call probably like Monday. Just to confirm what time I can actually pick it up, because they should be able to tell me by then. I mean, technically, I think some places are actually already pushing it out. I don't know that they're supposed to, and they might get in trouble through Nintendo for that. We'll see. But it sounds like it's not usable anyway right now. Like, it sounds like there's a day one patch that basically, quote, enables the Switch 2. That they'll push it out whenever they're ready for everything to be live. So it's one of those, like, it has the base software on it, and then there's like a flag in the system that gets enabled whenever they push that out. So yeah, so that's where we're at. But for today, we are going to play some Animal Crossing, which I have not played in a long time. I was looking at the backup date for the last time I played, and it looks like it was like July of last year, which I feel like it was more recent than that, but apparently not. So let's see if this works. Yes. All right. So yeah, the Switch has been a really good system. They've definitely had their issues or whatever, but overall, it's been nice. I've enjoyed it a lot. I have one of the first versions of the Switch, as far as I know. It's either a version 1 or a version 2. It's not the OLED or anything. But it served me well. I've never had any issues with it. Some of the games don't run 100% well on it, but that's just part of being on the Switch. I never actually played Fortnite. I did download it, install it, just keep an eye out for like exclusive skins for it and stuff like that. I never tried Palia on it. I know people have had their issues with that as well. But again, just looking for exclusives. Played Jamboree a couple of times. That was always entertaining. And then played Dread once. Well, beat it once. Have played it a couple different times, and other people have used it as well. This is probably the third time I think I've bought Final Fantasy on a different system. Like, I think I have it on my Xbox as well. I've never beaten it. So I really need to sit down and play through it at some point. I think the furthest I've gotten was I bought it on an earlier version of PC when it was on like 2 or 3 different discs, and I think I got to the end of the first disc, which, if you're familiar with Final Fantasy, I believe is when the plate falls. I think I got there, and that was it. Nintendo Switch Online is moving forward, so that'll be great to be able to continue to play those games, as well as the new stuff that they're adding for the GameCube. Never beat Luigi's Mansion 3. I definitely need to do that. Mario Party, Super Nintendo Online. Nah. I never did beat Tears of the Kingdom. That is definitely going to be one that I'm going to play fairly early on when the Switch 2 comes out, just because it'll have all the graphical updates and all that kind of stuff. So looking forward to being able to do that. Let's see. Diablo 3, I never actually played it on the Switch, but I know a lot of people, like, I actually have quite a few profiles on here for this one, because I got a copy of it before it actually was released on the Switch, like right before the BlizzCon where it was released. I got a free copy because I was still working with BlizzPro at that point, and that was a lot of fun. Tropical Freeze I still need to play. Friday the 13th, may it rest in peace. Super Mario Brothers, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Definitely looking forward to the new Mario Kart. It sounds like it's going to be a really cool concept. So we'll see how that goes. I downloaded it, but I never actually played the Octopath Traveler demo. Palea, Pokemon. Played Shield, did not beat that. I have so many unbeaten games in my library here. Beat Untitled Goose Game. Did not finish Tears of the Kingdom. I unlocked, well, most of the characters in Super Smash Brothers, but I didn't finish the actual game, like, progression portion of that. I beat Breath of the Wild once. I should go back and try and do it again. I probably will. When the Switch 2 comes out, I'll just go back through and play both of those. Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom while we wait for whatever is the next generation of Zelda game. Since they will both have the graphical updates for free as a part of the Nintendo Switch Online package. I did beat Link's Awakening. I never beat that when I was a kid whenever it first came out, so being able to do that was really great. I did not beat Skyward Sword because the controls on it are terrible. Beat Mario Odyssey. That'll be another one that I'll probably play through again. I did beat Wonder. That was a lot of fun. Good.
What's that?
Hope you're having
This, my friend, is a pint. It comes in pints.
Going through and looking at the
I can get you one. You got a whole half
games
already.
I have for the Switch, half of which I never finished. And then we're going to jump in and play some Animal Crossing as a kind of a goodbye to the Switch, since it's getting upgraded this week. we're getting a Switch 2, so looking forward to that a lot. We wait for this to load up because it'll probably take a minute or two because it's been a while since I played. A weird crackling in my earbuds. That's definitely going to be another thing that I need to look at some point is another set of headphones, because I like the ones that I have, but the battery life is just not great on them. For my Switch. Don't mute that, just something to look at. Making sure, or at least making sure that my software is all updated and all that, but definitely look at that. Thank you for the heads up, nerd. I did turn it down a little bit, so hopefully that'll be better. And then, yeah, definitely hearing the crackling on it too. So probably we'll look at which USB port it's plugged into as well and see if I should have one available on the back that's connected directly to the motherboard versus using internal cables. Not hearing much of the crackling. Okay, so it may be the earbuds that I'm wearing that are causing the crackling, but I appreciate the feedback. Yeah, you know what? Let me just 1 second. Let me. Frame, so take up a little less space in the corner down here. If you do the villager voices at Minnie, she'll start to whine and howl. That's funny. That's really funny. Dogs are so cute. They're a little goofy, but they're super cute. So yeah, the last time I actually played this, it looked like it was July 10th, 2024, according to the backup. So almost a year, so I'm sure that this is going to be really interesting. Good morning, everyone. Hi, Isabel. Right now in an hour, it's 10:07 a.m. on Saturday, May 31st, 2025. I had named my island after one of the World of Warcraft zones because I had reset it either shortly after or right before the current World of Warcraft. No, before the last World of Warcraft expansion came out. And that wasn't the name of one of the zones. I have an event announcement to share today. Oh. On our International Museum Day, the museum is currently hosting a stamp rally. There are even participation prizes. It's the rally's final day, so be sure to join in while you still have time. That's all for now. I hope you all enjoy the loveliest of lovely days. So thank you, Isabel. So, you can earn miles by using Next Stop. Remember that. That's me every morning when I wake up with the hair and the sleepy. Okay. Yeah, there's weeds and stuff everywhere. Right, let's go inside first. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, definitely gonna go squash the roaches. I love the little ghosts that pop up from the roaches. Cracks me up. Okay. I don't remember how many there are. I think there's like 2 or 3 per room. I love that my house is like empty. I've never been very good at the decorating aspect of games like this. Like if you look at my Palea plot, my Dreamlight Valley plot, they're all very similar in that there's not a whole lot of decoration. The Dreamlight Valley one is better because, you know, the bulk of that is houses and planting like, you know, crops and stuff like that. So that actually has stuff on it. But this one, oh, and the my Paleo one isn't too bad either because Wim had a lot to do with that one. Yeah, the last decorating contest, I came up with the idea and I, you know, did a lot of decorating, but Wim is just fantastic at kind of final touches and stuff like that. Love how the gyros would dance to the music. Yeah. Alright, so at this point I think I just have upstairs and downstairs. Oh, there is a small chance that when I walk into my basement here, there is going to be a ton of old expired turnips. I don't remember if I bought them before the last time I played, if it was on a Sunday. No, okay. I mean, thankfully, it's not like I could smell whatever's happening here, but it's like, it would look like I was trying to, like, brew some sort of turnip, hooch down here or something. Okay. That's all the roaches out. Gozer demonic with basements. That's fantastic. Yeah, thinking about it, my house definitely, because of the absolute lack of decoration inside, almost I feel like gives like serial killer vibe. Like he doesn't have anything in his house. What is he doing there? Okay. No, I'm not. Keep playing. Now I have to remember all the buttons. back up and leave that way. Yeah. Alright, so there's the tools. There's the quick change on the tools. That's putting tools away. Okay. Who sent me stuff? Oh, a birthday gift from Mom. Interest of 10,000 bells has been added to your account. Yeah, I know I don't have any furniture in my house. About Amonis's home. Points 0. Rank B. What? It's a bit empty in there since you don't have much furniture, but the best is yet to come. Try getting as much furniture as possible. Ring gift from Mom. Clear this out. I'm debating if I want to transfer this island. Remember how many stars my island is? I'm pretty sure it's 0 stars. Like it's a very naturally decorated island. I didn't really decorating. You know, I've got little stuff here and there, like, oh, you know, big little fire pit in here. And hot tub here, and a chair. Single chair. It's not very many. So I ended up reselling it the first time because I had like, we went into ads. One second, I need to see if I can fix this activity feed. Excuse me. That one not working. That later. I need to add 1 point. I had a thing in my OBS that showed me what, like, a countdown timer for ads, and I think I did something make that stop working. So I want to get that back just so I have a better tracking of time on it, and I'm not like trying to talk over ads like I am right now. So the first time I reset my island, I had basically taken it like down to flat land. You know, I'd gotten to the point where I was able to get like the earth moving and stuff like that. And I had big plans for it, but just kind of lost track of what I was wanting to do. I think I was gonna like turn it into, you know, because there are people that do the themed island or whatever. And I was planning on doing a like Mario Kart track island, basically. But it just, I couldn't get it to work out correctly. One second. That up. Let's turn that down. This music is just really loud. This game audio. Turn the volume of my mic up a little bit. So let's try that. It's not all the way up, but it's definitely higher than it was. I turned down the game audio. I haven't used the Switch since I redid all my stream stuff. So just trying to get the volume on this right. Better. Thank you, Wim. Eventually we'll get all this audio stuff figured out just in time for me to do something else with it. No, that's it. Now it's just capture card audio. Was that okay? Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Okay, dug up a fossil. Yeah, so I turned down the capture card audio, turned my microphone volume up. So that seems to have resolved for the stream now. Yeah, just gonna go through for a minute. Yeah, the waterfalls are always super loud. I think that was another thing that I was thinking about doing as well when I had kind of paved my island over, was I saw somebody who had taken pretty much keep playing map. They had taken, like, they had built up, let's see. I wish I had a better cursor for the map here. But they had taken pretty much all of the island and turned like the entire back area. So where the rivers are, they had turned like all of the outside edges into like level 3, whatever the top level of ground is. And then the next section in was like level 2. And they'd put waterfalls coming down from the top levels and then put the houses in kind of around those spaces. So it was really cool, but it took forever, I would imagine. Okay. Hope the new Animal Crossing allows me to add tons of car washes. That would be hilarious. You know, casting aspersions on where you live, but yeah, nice little ghetto Animal Crossing island. They're good for money laundering. Isn't that what Walter White did in was it Breaking Bad? I forget what show he was on. Yeah, so he was a legitimate businessman. I need to go back and watch that show. I need to figure out where it's streaming. Yeah, I was watching. I stopped. You've seen it. There was something about. I think it was like an early episode, but it was like there was an episode where they had like dissolved somebody in a bathtub. Netflix 4K and the cursing from the DVDs are added in. Okay, I'll look at that. But it was like there was an episode where they had like dissolved somebody's body in a bathtub, and it was just absolutely disgusting. Yeah, I didn't get the proper plastic tub, and I saw that and I was just so grossed out. I was like, and noped out on it. But I'll give it another try. Not available. Okay. I've heard Dexter is really good too. Well, aren't they about to come out with like a sequel series or a prequel series to Dexter? Yeah, and I know a lot of people weren't happy with Dexter, like how it ended or whatever. It's gonna be something I need to watch for myself. Age of binge watching has made these shows so much better. See, I really like binge watching, and that's why it drives me crazy that like House of the Dragon isn't coming out for another like year, I think. The Last of Us season 3 isn't coming out for like another 2 years. Like it's ridiculous. Let's see. Back in this show, Suits. Okay. Mom's knapsack. Mom's homemade cake. We like cake. I don't know what flavor cake it is. I did not tell you to pick that up. Put that back. Oh, here you go. Stop picking up the damn lighthouse. Yeah, I'm kind of on the lookout for new stuff to watch. Because Cobra Kai is finished. That was a really good show. Last of Us is done. There's a couple of things. Women I still need to finish Andor. I think we have 2 or 3 episodes of that left. Maybe 4. Okay, dear person I don't know. I was rereading my old notes on how to become a pop star and found this fab recipe. Wanted to share it with someone, so I threw it in this bottle. Go get your arts and crafts on from Peggy a Creative. Small cardboard boxes. Yeah, I already know that recipe. Thanks for nothing, Peggy. Yeah, season 2 is good. Saw the game was for sale somewhere too the other day. I think it might have been on Steam. I need to add that to my backlog of games that I own that will never get played. Yeah, season 2 is really good. You've played the game, so I'm sure you know what happens. It's really good. And then, obviously, curious to see season 3 and 4. I don't know how they're going to stretch it to 4 seasons. But we'll see how it goes. Watching Mad Men before Nerd got sick, I really liked it. Okay. Because that's... I can't remember if that was a prequel or a sequel to Breaking Bad, but I've heard that one is really good too. And that's the one that has John Hamm in it, right? I really like him. Oh, hello, Money Tree. I'm really bad about watching shows. Like, I add them to my list and say, oh, I need to watch that. And then I just get sidetracked into doing other stuff. Like, I started watching Daredevil again. Haven't really made much progress on that. And I went back and started with the stuff that was originally on Netflix. And 3 or 4 episodes on that. So I need to actually do it. I just get so wrapped up in seeing the schedule. Yes, yeah. Sorry, when I did see your question, we completely skipped over it and blanked out. Yeah, our regular schedule would be next filming or recording next week, so we're going to do that. Netflix version is better than the Disney. Okay. Yeah, it's all on Disney now, so I'm glad that they were willing to actually like keep that intact or whatever. So, but yeah, I can imagine that being a little more family friendly for the newer episodes on Netflix. I can see why they would do it, but it'll probably be pretty jarring going from one set to the other. So I'm curious to see how that transition goes. Oh, look, it's a garden. Netflix fight choreography just being better and more of it. Okay. So I can still hit those targets. What's in the present? Hospital bed. Trying to tell me something, Animal Crossing? Oops. Okay, stop shooting and talk to the goat boy. Ashmina. I heard weird rumors like a shark attack or an alien abduction, or that you joined an alien shark circus. You look good and different, like you've grown a bit, you know? I dig it. That's a lady goat, thank you very much. Oh, my apologies to the NPC female goat. Careful, she's going to end up in some sort of goat recipe. Hey, Nook Miles. Having conversations with my neighbors. There was a while there where when another friend and I were playing Animal Crossing pretty religiously, like we had like an entire spreadsheet of like, oh, you know, who's got these recipes and who's got these like fossils and stuff like that, so that if, you know, the stuff came up and it was like we needed it, we would just trade it around. Which is one thing that I definitely also like about Animal Crossing compared to Paleo, is just the ability to pretty freely trade stuff. You know, and I know that Paleo's now added that ability, but it's still kind of limited. Wim, you've been called out. But yeah, it was... let me see if I still... I don't remember who started that spreadsheet, if that was me or if that was Wim or who it was. Let's see. Let's see. Here's the one from Paleo. Games. Sorry, now I'm just really curious what this list looks like. Over here, is it pinned? It's not pinned. So, in the yeah, you do need to stay organized. So in the old Discord that I had set up initially for the stream, which is now not going to be used for the stream, when in July of 22 posted Carrot Cake's Island code to visit. So that's funny. Let's see. spreadsheet. We're talking about Coral Island, villager photos. I should probably just let it go, but anyway, yeah, it was so funny, like how well it was laid out. It was like we had a tab for fossils, a tab for bugs, a tab for songs, a tab for artwork from Reds. Yeah. Yeah, we must have gotten rid of it at some point. Did you find it? So, when that link tells me that I need access, so either I lost access at some point or something happened. Oh, excuse me. I am really sorry about that. Kind of a late night last night. I didn't. Wynn and I both looked at the clock about 12:30 and we're like, how is it 12:30 already? Okay. That one we didn't create, the one we did is no longer available. Yeah, so whoever had that initially must have deleted it, which makes sense. I mean, we hadn't played Animal Crossing in how freaking long, so completely understandable. Stuff like Pain and Greenlight Valley and all that. I mean, all it's kind of moved on from Animal Crossing, but you know, it was a fun game. I'm really curious to see if and when they put out the next one, and what the theme will be. Where is Tom Nook sending us this time? Yeah, I feel like they probably will, since the Switch 2 is supposed to be so much more powerful than the 1. I would imagine that we hopefully will have larger islands. I don't feel like I ever had kind of a lack of space happening just because I did very limited decorating. But I know people like Wim who did decorate a lot was almost always, like, once you really got into it and had a lot of resources and stuff, but like I feel like she was always out of space and having to like tear down part of her island to be able to do more to it. I hope they don't go too much bigger though, just because I don't want to feel like I'm like overwhelmed with the amount of space that's available. Yeah, a little bit of bigger of an island would definitely be nice. And yeah, having a stronger, a more powerful system is definitely going to be a good thing to have for those more crowded and decorated islands. Yeah. All of my little love notes from Whim. Erase the one about birthdays. But we keep the love notes. As far as the collection goes, I think the only one that I finished was the fossil collection, because that one was not easy because it's RNG dependent on actually getting all the items that you need. But I did finish that one. And it was really satisfying being able to finish that. Like checking off the last one was really nice. This is the stamp station. Oh, I have to go wake up Blathers. Wake up, Blathers. International Museum Days. Dave, understand the educational wonder that only museums can provide. Yes, we like museums. As a collecting place for all types of knowledge, museums are a critical resource for learners far and wide. Indeed, they can spark imaginations, making difficult ideas easier and perhaps even more fun to grasp. But to put it simply, International Museum Day is a day for getting to know your local museum. Now, the stamp rally works thusly. The bug, fish, fossil, and art galleries each have 3 stamp stations. You must find the stations in each gallery and acquire their stamps. Do so and you'll earn a memento. There are several unique mementos, one for completing the rally in each gallery. Ooh, it's true. Be sure to give it a go whilst perusing the museum's many fine exhibits. Stamp me. I don't know what the deal with Best Buy is, but I have gotten several emails from them telling me that I have a $10 gift certificate card or whatever. And like they're all for the same one. So it's not like I'm getting multiple cards. unfortunately, there's not a way that I can tell to be able to use them toward my new Switch. They did a really good job with the museum in this game. Having the fossils was super cool. And the way they had them laid out, I really liked. The lighting was really creative. I'm curious if they planned on doing more with the museum here, like if that's what this was for. If they were going to open up like another section or whatever. Kind of cool. This one I feel like definitely got cut off at the knees very early. Love hanging out in the museum. The aquarium section, the outdoor insect section were always your favorite. Yeah, the aquarium and the fossil section were mine.
Hello there.
Welcome in BGA Gaming. Hope you're having a wonderful morning. We're just doing a quick nostalgia trip through Animal Crossing before we retire the Switch one this week. So, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Feel free to lurk if you'd like to lurk or chit chat. Let us know, you know, what you're gaming, what you're. I can speak English, excuse me, and not. It's one of those days. But yeah, welcome in. Hope you're having a great day. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do some stamp collecting while we're here. I've been trying to keep up with, you know, which games they've said are getting upgrades and things like that. As a part of the Switch 2 upgrade. And I feel like Animal Crossing was one that was on the list, but it was like, I don't think it was a paid update. I think it was just like the free graphical updates and stuff like that, which I'm totally fine with. Like if it's just graphical updates and stuff like that, it should be free. Like if you're not adding any actual new content, then I don't think you should be charging people for it. And I believe that's the case for Animal Crossing. And I know, like, both of the Legend of Zelda games are getting paid updates and stuff like that, but they're also free if you are a Nintendo Switch Online member. I completely walked past the third stamp thing. fossils got the bugs. So now we just need the fish and the art. Trying to keep up with my lemonade. Don't want it to get too watered down, and I need the sugar. Well, I don't need the sugar, but it's definitely helping keep me awake because it was late night last night. So we're dragging a little bit this morning. But then again, that's also Saturday morning dragging. Just, it was a long week. Alright, sculpture exhibit. The art section was a really cool concept too, having, I don't know if this was the first time they had Red or if he was in other games as well. But having the replica of all these really nice art pieces was a lot of fun, and trying to figure, like, spot the which ones are fake and which ones are real. Although, as in most things, somebody just spun up a website, was like, oh, here's the specific things to look out for. So it lasted all of about 30 seconds, but you know, an attempt was made. Yeah, I really liked, like I said, the fossils and the aquarium. Just the clarity that they were able to get on the water while still actually making it look like real water is so good. So impressive. Okay, one more here. Probably in the next room. There's the last one. Okay, so that should be all the stamps for Museum Day. Go back, turn this into Blathers. I was like, Butters? No, Butters is not it. Managed to stamp around in the fish gallery. Fish black. Guessing it's a bug plaque. After I finish talking to him, I am going to take just a very quick break to stretch. So get the blood flowing a little bit. As I'm fading. So, give me just 1 second. Alright, we're back. Stood up, stretched, hit the bathroom, gave cat scritches. We're good. Thank you, thank you. Offload some of the stuff that I've been collecting, because I know I have a bunch of weeds and stuff. I want to see it. Okay. Yeah, of almost 57,000 bonus miles. And just a couple of bells. I wish there was some way to take this money and move it to either Dreamlight Valley or Palia. That would be nice. You know what I never did? Or an IRL? Yeah, that would be the ultimate goal. Now I never did, because it was such a decorating based thing. I never really got into the expansion for this. I did like the first few quests and stuff like that, but never finished or put too much effort into it. I think one of the things that really just bothers me about gaming is when they add new currencies to like add artificial difficulty or artificial length to the process. Like, no, I already have, you know, the gold coins. Yeah. But they do that crap in WoW too. It's like every patch there's a new currency to grind. Like, just let me use what I already have, please. Yeah, Happy Home Paradise was a really interesting concept. But yeah, just because it was so much about decoration, it just never really scored high with my, oh, I gotta do this radar. while I was stretching webcam down, and she was like, you know, if you want, I could finish streaming for you. Like, yeah, then my island might actually get decorated. Not that I have a whole lot of stuff to decorate with. Yeah, she'd be fine. I would have no problem. Like, if she actually wanted to come down and stream on my account, I would have no problem with that. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. It's a policy to wear a uniform while you're working. Of course it is. Yeah, the variety of uniforms is really nice. That's one thing that I did really like about Animal Crossing was the huge variety of clothing and stuff like that that they have available, and that you can do it piece by piece. Not the mini straw boater. There we go. Oh. And I love that the clocks actually show the correct time. Let's just have the custom designs on clothing too. Yeah, absolutely. So many possibilities for things that you could do. And it was for more than just the clothing even too. Fine, I'll show Lottie how great I look in my uniform. Yeah, that was part of the reason why we did the tracker. Is just even the aside from the quest stuff for the museum or whatever, just the clothing too. Like, you know, if you want to collect it all, you can. But if you're only looking for specific items, then you can just do that too. I really need to stop. One second. She really is. Like, I it's lemonade, so I'm not sure how good it is for the hydration part, but we'll keep working on it. Oh, I wonder if I just never came back and did this after I wiped my island. And that's why it's having me redo the intro stuff. Gatorade not only quenches your thirst better, it tastes better too. All right, Eloise, tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Yes, picture. Do you have any thoughts on how you'd like to spend time at your vacation home? Some furniture I'd like to use no matter what. Okay. So, bookcase, books, and a chair. Those are more sodium than you need sodium. Well, yeah, it's for rehydrating athletes. It's not for normal people. Oh, that reminds me. There was one year where there was a player for Boise State. Oh my god, I hate Boise State, but he was like their running back or something like that. And instead of drinking he drank pickle juice during games instead of like Gatorade or anything like that, because it helped keep him hydrated, rehydrate him better, and all that. But yeah, like same thing. Like it's the same thing. Like it's because of the amount of salt and stuff like that in there, it helps you rehydrate so much more. But it was like every game, every time it showed him on the sideline, he was drinking out of if he was drinking out of his water bottle, the announcers had to talk about, oh, he drinks pickle juice because blah, 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 blah. I'm just like, okay, we know. You don't have to bring it up every freaking time. But that was partially just my annoyance with Boise State because F those guys. Okay. Yeah, of course it sounds good to Wim. Sorry. Yeah, Wim, when she drank tequila, Wim liked to pickle back with her tequila shots. Excuse me. I'm really sorry, everybody. Yeah, pickle juice is definitely not my bag, but I'm not even a pickle person at all. Like, I don't mind them. Put them on a burger, fine. Put them on a sandwich, fine. But I'm not going to sit there and, like, eat pickles, like, on the regular. Wim will, and more power to her. Decorating mode. Okay. How do we want to do that? Have all the books. That's cool. Okay. So we're not actually going to do all of those. Oh, I picked her up too. That's cool. You can change the types of books that are in the stacks. So what furniture items the clients requested under order? Make sure to use those. Did that. Okay. Not the carpet. The carpet. Who needs a bed or someplace to cook food? No, she's got her books. I would probably take this room too. As long as I didn't have to pay for the books or try to move the books at any point. Love the music for this game. Yep, it's all downhill from here. First job is a huge success. We'll muck up the rest of them. $6,000 pokey. Okay. In just a second, I got something poking me and it's really irritating. Okay, all better. Picked up a box seal or something. It's really weird. I don't know where it would have come from. You know, you go outside occasionally and you get just stuff that comes in out of nowhere. Alright. I don't think I want any of that stuff. Let's go home. Visit Arms Island. know that one's fake because it's got wristwatch. I don't know if I have this one. Graceful painting. This is why I need the spreadsheet. This one looks like it's real, though. So for the graceful one, the fake version, she's either much larger okay, so with the fake version, she's larger and she's missing the bottom white tag from her hair. I know it's hard to tell on the screen here, but it's not much easier on full-size monitor than I'm using. Oh, I want a closer look. There. So, with the fake version, she's significantly larger. And she's missing the bottom white tag from her hair. I'll have to remember to play tomorrow just to see if that was actually. I was pretty sure it was real. Withdrawal. Max amount. All of the stuff in here. It's okay. Really, others too. Yeah. Only one per day, that's fine. Great Wreck Lemon Sorbet is reporting Tango tap dancing is go. Ready to go home. There. I think I am going to go ahead and call it here before I get too wrapped up in anything else. As always, thank you very much, everybody. Oh. Forgot, my pockets are full of cash. Good deposit all that back. Finish this, and yeah, I'll see where we're going. That way I have some cash on me, but not a lot. Okay. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up here. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming by. Like I said, there will not be a stream Wednesday night. Because that is Minor Whim's anniversary. We're going to go out and do anniversary things and possibly pick up my Switch 2. And then... So, might go live Thursday, might go live Friday, we'll see. And then next Saturday, like I said, is the Fortnite event, so we will be playing Fortnite for that stream. It's the live event, it's the Death Star Assault. I really want to get in and play that because, you know, it's Star Wars and I love Star Wars. So, yeah, we're going to be doing that. So... and then, yeah, we'll go from there. There is not split screen co-op tonight, but there will more than likely be an episode next week. I'll talk about my experience of the first couple of days of the Switch and Forza Mario Kart, and we'll go from there. So, thank you, everybody, for coming and hanging out. I greatly appreciate it, as always. And... let's see. Yeah. And like I said, I may start a new island whenever I get the new Switch, just to kind of give, you know, just a refresher back to it. Just a nice, cozy game. Break up the Mario Kart, break up the Dreamlight Valley and all that a little bit. Go ahead and copy whichever message is appropriate for you. We're going to go, and we're talking about her earlier because saw the message about her island from a couple of years ago. But we're going to go ahead and raid over to Carrot Cake. She is playing Palia right now. Looks like they're working on flow trees and maybe a cake party. So, yeah, we're going to raid over there. Thank you again, everybody. Greatly appreciate it. Hope you have a wonderful night. Nerditude, I believe, is playing Guitar Hero tonight, so we're going to probably be hanging out in there, watch him shred the electronic guitars, and have a great time with that. So, yeah, head over there later. But for right now, like I said, we're going to head over to Carrot Cake. Hope everybody has a great rest of your day, and we will talk to y'all later. Let me make sure I spell this right. And yeah, have a great weekend, everybody.